Hi, everybody. This is Mitch Weissman, Beatlemania and Kiss fame. You're listening to Shout It Out Loudcast with Tom and Zeus.
Oh, boy. Here we go. This is Gene Simmons. Put that cookie down, Kiss. Stop pressing the button. Stockbroker Simmons. Star? Paul Stanley. Is that what he does? Stop shouting. He's not what you would call a handsome man. Oh, no. Here come the Kiss cards. Is that a positive thing? Okay. All right. I'm going to grab me an ice cold mellow yellow. Why? Why do that to the fan? Stop it. Why? Because fuck them. That's all. What are you talking about? 617-525-0050. You do? Hey, fucko. Do you like Kiss? Settle down.
Hello. Hey, what's up there, Kiss Army? Tom and Zeus, another episode of Shout It Out Loudcast, episode 313. Yes, it's back. Best 7th track on a Kiss album. Here we go, Tom.
We're up to number 7. Woo! Love these episodes. Only we can pull off episodes like this. That's right.
Yeah, this is kind of funny because you get to it's like, what are you going to do? Best 8th track? No,
Yep.
That's next year.
That's next year. Yeah, because this whole thing started with we're like let's do an episode on best opening tracks. Then we're like, why don't we do one on best 2nd track?
I think we did best closing track, so I think we're gonna have to stop soon.
Yeah,
well, fuck it, we'll do it again.
Figure it out. yeah, we'll figure out. Yeah, we got a lot. Believe me, there's a lot up our sleeves. Trust us.
Yeah. So last week we did Kiss Gold, the compilation.
Yep.
Shit, we got pretty good feedback on that, surprisingly.
Yeah, I know. People love the compilations. That's why Kiss keeps dropping them out there. Yep.
All right. So what was the poll?
So the poll was, anytime we do a compilation, we try to talk about songs that weren't on it. So we said, what was the best song of these that was not on it? Or other way to say it, which of these is the best missing track from Kiss Gold? And the options we threw in here were Flaming Youth, Plaster Caster, Tomorrow and Tonight, and I. Flaming Youth wins the poll with 38%. Plaster Caster and I both tied at 23. Tomorrow and Tonight at 17. Flaming Youth, come on, people. The song is all right, but give me it's not. I would almost put that last in the poll if I was ranking all 4 of them.
I would.
Yeah. Couple comments here. Lee Bruton, great episode, lads. I have the DVD version of this album. Loved it. For me, it was the perfect Kiss compilation to have in the car. Tomorrow Tonight, for me, it's an absolute banger. Our buddy Steve, any of these would be great, but I've always loved Tomorrow and Tonight, but I'm going to go with Plaster Caster here. Smith Cool says, I feels like the final classic 70s Kiss song in a way. The grand finale epic with both Gene and Paul singing. That's a good point, yeah. Yeah, I's off. If I was on any other album, people would love it. They just fucking hate it because it's on Elder. A couple other comments here. The great Tom Dust. I bought the 2 CD DVD version of this release purely because it featured Kiss Exposed on the DVD. I never took any notice of the track listing, but with hindsight, it's certainly one of their best. Ken in Satan's Service says, perhaps a Kiss tard is behind the selection of Anything for My Baby. Oof, I don't know, man. Darren Gates says, I think it's one of their best. And then our buddy Izzy Presley retweeted us and said, it ain't Saturday without these 2 fuckos and the Shout It Out Loudcast. So we appreciate those kind words from Izzy. Thank you. And whether or not you make it to the Hall of Fame, that depends on if the check clears. So we'll talk about that later. That's what we got for Twitter this week, Zeus.
All right. On the Book of Face, Steve Warsap, being a Kiss tard, I have both versions of this. The 2 CD and the copy with Kiss Exposed. That's what you mentioned, Tom, and talked about. Anything with Shandy on it makes it great. I need to fucking delete this. This is beyond stupid.
That is awesome.
I love that there are a few unexpected tracks on it. How many times have we said that every compilation has the same songs on it? I would have maybe ditched the live versions of put on Going Blind, Mr. Speed, Charisma, Tomorrow, and The Oath. We all have opinions. Some are better than others. Yours are just brutal, Steve. Sorry, buddy. That's
Love you, but
terrible.
yeah.
Cameron Holiday. Excellent analysis, fellas. I, too, find it odd that the compilation omits Creatures and that there wasn't a disc 2. Feels like a missed opportunity to cover the non-makeup years. Could be from 83 to 93, which would be a good decade of material. You could throw a Carnival of Bone in there if you wanted to. On another note, I think I finally know where the Vinny and the Dead Dog bits originate from. Y'all's appearance on Top 5 with Joey Caserta.
Uh-oh.
I know Joey Caserta.
Discussing worst moments in history. Thanks to Ernie, we have this wonderful shtick to look forward to week after week. Maybe that's the first time we brought it up, but it's been there for quite some time. We're all aware of it. So that's fine. Over on Loudcasters, Tom, Gordon Duncan says, thanks for the shout out. Again, you guys made my Saturday morning run even better.
Yeah, Gordon.
Yeah. Rick Rera says the Paul sound bites are great.
Somebody spat in my face.
Yeah. I wish you could see Tom's face when I drop these.
Yeah, so Zeus has the control board here for this. He's the Howard Stern. I'm the Jackie the Joke Man here because I don't know what he's hitting until I hear it. So fucking love it.
Wouldn't that be the opposite?
Oh, I'm sorry. You'd be the Fred Norris. I'd be the Jackie. Fred was the sound man. Jackie was the Fred was the sound guy. I'm sorry. Yes, thank you for correcting me.
Yeah. Adam Stevenson put a picture of his face holding up the Kiss Gold in comments. One of my first purchases as a young Kiss fan and a job. I love the broader selection compared to Double Platinum and the very best of. This was my first exposure to songs about anal sex too. Thanks for nothing. I have to disagree about your take about Anything for My Baby. I love that track from Dress to Kill. While Shandy and A World Without Heroes are indeed terrible songs, and he says it twice, which is right. It was cool to see representation from a skipped over era. Is that you? And the old definitely should have been there instead. Last, I'd like to see what would have made Gold 2. Perhaps Take Me Down Below could have been a nice bookend to Nothing to Lose. Cheers, dude. Nice. All I can say is, as they said in Revenge of the Nerds, in the future, we suggest you not include a group photo. One of the best fucking lines
like
in that
passive
movie.
Aggressive lines. Like in the future, we suggest you don't include a photo.
Oh man, that's fucking hilarious. All right, over to YouTube. Tom still gets a kick out of it.
Yeah, after all these years.
It's so stupid that it's just a fucking throwaway line in the Jerky Boys.
Yep.
You do.
Yep.
All right, let's look at what we got here. Charles Bronson. This should be a new drinking game. Every time you guys mention Anything for My Baby, everyone has to take a shot.
Okay.
I don't recall that we did that often, but okay, whatever.
No, we've said it twice so far this episode, so enjoy.
Yeah. Faunus 23, which I think is the Greek Thunder from Down Under, with a full head of hair.
Wow, that's an old picture.
This photo is going to be like 30 years old, buddy. Here's another one. In the future, the jest. Your avatar does not include a real photo. Great show, rockers. I'd have to agree. Kiss Gold is a great compilation. It's definitely one of their best, if not best, compilations. Wow. Great choice of songs for the most part. I'd love to have this in vinyl format with all the amazing inserts. I'd say they were just about due to get a new compilation soon commemorating the 50 years. Thanks, guys. Tom has been saying that. Yep.
Yeah, it'll come soon, I think.
Yep. Over to you, buddy.
Let's take a look at Instagram here. We got Dave Rockstar. I don't own this one. The last Kiss compilation album I bought was the box set many years ago. I stopped buying compilations as they don't have anything new on them. Okay. Jamnik Network. This is probably my favorite greatest hits / compilation for Kiss. Wow. Larger Than Life Media, who has gone hog wild on Loudcasters sharing his stuff, which is good for you, but we'll talk about that a different time maybe. I just ordered this off of eBay. Is this the one that came with Exposed on DVD? Yes, it is. Surprisingly, the compilation CD is pretty cohesive and well sequenced. I'm stoked to hear what you guys think about it. Okay, so you obviously commented before you listened. That's fine. We got a boatload of emails here, so let's get through these. Our buddy Mark Bomer, another great episode, and I continue to really enjoy the memories and anecdotes of experiences with this collection, and as always, your unvarnished but well thought out opinions. Very much agree. There are some curious choices and quantity of songs per album choices on what is an otherwise decently curated compilation. I would only offer my opinion. There's a very good reason for minimal Alive 2 tracks, owing to what I believe are the superior versions of them on Destroyer, Rock and Roll Over, and Love Gun. But you've heard that from me before. The production values in Mix and Alive 2 are just lacking. But I'm here, though. The lead guitar solo on Shock Me from Love Gun is the best solo recorded in rock history. What? There, I said it. Thank you, Ace. Thank you, Eddie Kramer. Okay, Mark. It's okay. Scott Greer, another great compilation episode. Like you, I was bewildered by the stopping place at Killers. If anything, it should have ended with Creatures with that criteria on the track listing. There are so many great songs from Creatures to Revenge, and you can't beat the album cover. A great picture and so much better than the smashes, thrashes, and shit with Paul's jazz hands. Indeed, Scott. Sam Paxton, he sent us a little photo of him kind of opening up his, what was called Sound and Vision. We talked about that. It's Kiss Gold plus Exposed. He says, I agree with Tom. This is the best compilation of the makeup era. Yes, we all have album cuts we'd prefer, but as a pure greatest hits, it's damn near perfect. As long as you swap in Love Her All I Can for Anything for My Baby. Drink. I'm okay with ending it before Creatures, because my own personal hot take has always been that Creatures is the first non-makeup album aesthetically. My other personal hot take is there are only 9 official members of Kiss, not 10. Sorry, Mark St. John. He's no different than Steve Farris, Robin Ford, and Rick Derringer. Oof, yikes. Killers is a good ending point, but I would have dumped I'm a Legend Tonight and used The Oath. All right, I like the hot take, Sam. Good stuff. Matt Murphy, hey guys, been a while because I dumped most of my social media. Just wanted to say I really enjoy the Gold episode. I always enjoy the review shows. For what it's worth, because of your show, I started to listen to a lot of 80s live Kiss. I don't like the albums very much from that era, but I have to admit a lot of the stuff I've heard is fantastic. It makes me really rethink some of the 80s songs. And he comes up with a good question of the week that we will eventually get to. Thank you, Matt. Kyle Schneider, another great episode. When you think about how many greatest hits albums Kiss has, it's ridiculous. Dare I say this amount of best ofs waters down their catalog, especially given the fact that they have played the Dirty Dozen songs for the last 30 years. It's beyond fatigue factor. To your point, Tom, about the obscure tunes making it on here like Anything for My Baby, I think this is the record company or Kiss attempting to quench the thirst of the diehards who want something more. But the record company or Kiss are too cheap to do anything else. Why not do a Kiss live compendium? That is a live song recorded from each respective tour. Use Animalize, for example. I've Had Enough, Heaven's on Fire, etc., etc. Do this for their catalog. Maybe everyone doesn't like some of these songs, but at least you can say there's zero fatigue factor. I look forward to each week to listening to you guys. It really brightens up my day, and I know all of us listeners share in the joy that is our favorite band, Kiss. Oh, thank you very much, Kyle. Appreciate that very much. And let's wrap it up with couple other things here before we get to our other stuff.
And I have over 2,000 comments on YouTube.
I will never forget when he's scoreboarding with fucking YouTube comments. Okay. Let's go to an email here from Lou Acosta. Dear Tom and Zeus, in the name of the 4 talisman, I am doubled over with laughter. I came across your show over a year ago, and it's been tearing the ass out of me ever since. The latest episode detailing the Peter Criss imposter, so this email's a little bit old, on the Donahue show was comedy gold. I remember whispers of this incident back when it happened, but let's face it, even as a diehard Kiss fan in 1990, I could give a rat's ass about Peter Criss. Can we just talk about Christopher Dickinson? The fact that his last name is Dickinson is a tremendous comedy stroke, no pun intended, in and of itself. Secondly, he has that really red and pinchy sun whiskey-battered skin. Kind of like the outside of a hot Italian sausage.
What, the Tip O'Neill's fucking nose?
His hair resembles more of a Cinderella D-level groupie than any rock star, or basically any Suffolk County, Long Island housewife from 1988. When you called out the Peter Chris makeup wearing Kiss star in the audience, I quote, I guarantee that fucking guy listens to us. I almost pissed myself. Factor all of this and Tom Arnold into the equation, and this episode of Donahue has the makings of a comedy biopic. Straight to Netflix, of course. But guys, seriously, I'm not a religious man, but you are doing the Lord's work week in and week out. The biggest compliment about Shout It Out Loudcast and both of you as hosts is really the same reason why I absolutely love listening to Howard Stern in the 90s. You make it feel like we're in the same room. Like I'm in a room bullshitting with guys like me and my friends. I'm pretty sure we're around the same age as well because of all the pop culture references, and any Jerky Boys reference will always go over big with me. You are the type of host, the type of guys that I align with because of your brand of humor, which I call smart, stupid humor. Basically, one foot in the genius, the other in the absurd. What I also love is your very unbiased and straightforward take on Kiss. Listen, being a Kiss fan, you almost have to have a self-deprecating sense of humor about it all. We all love this thing, and those of us who have a grip on reality like to poke fun at it. As much as I think I know about the band and its history, I manage coming away from each episode learning something new. Thank you for continuing to breathe life into a band that has seemingly faded into the ether since December of 2023. Best wishes there, Liverlips, Lou Acosta. Well, Lou, that is just an epic, fantastic email. Thank you so much for all the kind words, for getting us and getting Shout It Out Loudcast. And for that, my friend Lou, you are the comment of the week.
Good answer. Good answer. I like the way you think. I'm going to be watching you.
Louis Rocco.
Louis Rocco. I can't even chew popcorn.
Hey, wake up. My pants unbuttoned. Why you do this? I can't even chew gum when I drive cab. He had to throw that comment in there.
Too much pain. Too much pain.
555-5782 555-6191. Yes. That's beautiful. Oh, man. Speaking of beautiful, we got another Patreon family member, Tom. This is Josh in Texas, joins us as a cat man. Yeah, Josh. Again, I don't know these people. I love it when we get people that are like, you know what? I don't usually, send in messages or anything like that. And they still join and want to help out the show. Josh, thank you for joining the Patreon family community. We greatly appreciate it. And what Patreon's all about is you help the show. There's 4 different categories, and they're all by the characters in the band. And you choose the one that fits your needs. Each one has different perks. Obviously, there's a tire perk. You get more stuff. But everybody gets a ton of stuff. So we do things like merch giveaways, T-shirts, whether it's koozies, stickers, guitar picks, shout-outs, Patreon polls, ARC selection picks, March Madness, mailbag, our video chats, which we do 4 times a year. Yep. Tons of shit. And we appreciate it because Patreon's there to help out the show. So we're always looking for new ways to grow the show. And if you like what we do and like how the show is progressing, as always, and want to help us out, and that's what this is all about, helping us out, become a Patreon family member. And you do that by going to our website, Shout It Out Loudcast.
Go to him.
And you subscribe. You'll see right on the website, it'll say a link to Patreon. You click on that. It'll bring you there and pick one of the categories that fits your needs. And you become a member of the Patreon family. We really appreciate everybody. Josh in Texas gets the shout out this week, but next week it could be you. So please join, help out the show. And we love our Patreon family. You guys are the best.
Yeah, guys, thank you so much. Welcome to the family, Josh. Huge, huge gratitude for you for becoming part of the family. We really appreciate it. And we always say this, whether you've been there since day one or you're brand new like Josh or somewhere in between, we're so eternally grateful for everything you do. You continue to keep this show kicking and growing and becoming the beast that it is, and we're so grateful for that, so thank you. And as Zeus said, there's so many great things. We keep trying to increase and up the perks and make it even more exciting for you as Patreon members. And of course, we have the Patreon app or website, whatever you choose, where people can just chat. You can throw out a private question and have a conversation there within the Patreon group itself. So it's a ton of fun. So please check it out if you're interested. Click on the link on our website or download the app and search for us.
Tom, what we do next is we go over to Kiss World.
So Kiss decided to drop some Valentine's Day items, which were, wow. Yeah, I'm a merch guy, but these things were more laughable than anything else. Some of them were okay because some of them were kind of Love Gun related. They have this jacket. I'm telling you right now, I gotta believe they're punking us. It's a black satin jacket with like animalized leopard skin sleeves with like lips on the back. The inside of the jacket has like a print of the I don't know what the fuck you're doing with this thing. Then there's another one that's just black. Then there's a Valentine's Day card set, which is hilarious. The Ace one says, I got the rocket, you want the ride. I mean, what girl doesn't want that? The Paul one says, I was made for loving you. The Gene one says, it's kissing time. And the Peter Chris one says, bang, written in the Love Gun font. Just what are we doing here, folks? I mean, a set of shot glasses, a set of pins. I do like the thing that says it's got a picture of the band in the Love Gun outfit. It says "Bang, you never forget your first kiss." They got a cool one with a classic image of the band. It says "Come on and love me." Maybe I'll get that one. A coffee mug, a hoodie. I don't know, whatever. I mean, if you want the stuff, great. Some of I'll give them credit for at least it's something different. But yeah, that's kind of what we had there. Zeus has something he wants to kind of throw in here.
Stop it!
Yeah. Arnold doesn't want the merch to continue. I'm sorry. He's not a big fan of this stuff.
No.
But yeah, when he saw this, he was fucking going nuts. He called his buddy.
Are you yellow fish, you motherfucker? You dirty, rotten son of a bitch. You're a cocksucker and a motherfucker. You're a whore bastard. You're no fucking good, you son of a...
This is why we tell people don't listen to this with your kids in the car. Sorry, people.
Yeah, Red from the two-bar was not happy about what was being sold. No, not at all. Yeah, that's going on. In addition to that, you got Gene, his tour is out there.
Yep.
Paul put some new video of his daughter's birthday. That was cute.
Ace's tour date for Derry, New Hampshire, which will be this Thursday. By the time this episode drops, it will have already happened. That show is sold out.
Yeah.
Okay. But we did see something that is beyond hilarious that I can't believe is real. Our good buddy and longtime supporter, Ronnie Bacharski, posted a thing. And then he posted a video of the guy. It's called Space Freely. A tribute to Ace Frehley. And the guy who does it is completely tongue-in-cheek. He's pretending to do like an Ace impression, but the guy can play guitar.
Yeah, unlike the real Ace.
It's some of the comments were hilarious. I said, wouldn't it be great if it's actually Ace? Our buddy Brad Rustoven from the Slamfest podcast goes, wouldn't it be great if it was Tommy Thayer who comes out? I mean, just fucking ridiculous. But our buddy Ronnie said he's going to go. So he'll be our roving reporter.
Yeah,
for
it was a Motley Crue cover band, and the opening act was an Ace Frehley cover guy.
Space Frehley. We've heard of every cover. I've never heard of a individual Ace Frehley cover. Fucking fantastic.
Yeah, I just don't see that Ace guy fucking entertaining.
Is that what he does?
Yes, that's what he does. Ace.
That's what he does.
He's entertaining. All right. let's take a quick break while we try to see if we can hook up a Vinnie Vincent cover guy called Skinny Vincent to come and play for that show as well.
Okay, so we're back. So yeah, interesting enough, the Ankh Warrior cover band. Oof. You gotta wonder, what would you rather see, the real Vinny or a Vinny cover band? I think I'd have more fun seeing just a cover band.
The Vinny cover guy stops the show halfway through and starts digging and burying heads. The middle of the show.
Poor guy.
Oh, Vinny. Anyway, what we're doing tonight, Tom, is we're going back to our recurring theme, and that is best track. We're up to number 7.
Yep.
And we're doing best 7. Now, these are only on studio albums, so it's not going to be a live or killers or anything like that.
Studio albums, including the 4 solo albums.
Exactly.
Yep.
So now you're up to 24 possible tracks to pick from.
Yep.
And you want to go first, or I'll go first? It's up to you.
I'll go first because I want to annoy you with my number 10 track here. Because
I Pledge Allegiance is not number 10.
It's not number 10, but here's a song that there's a few songs in the history of Shout Out Loudcast that we both, there's a love hate. This is one of them, and you fucking hate it, and you hate the intro. So here we go. That's right. One of the rare songs I really enjoy. The intro's terrible, but I love the song Eat Your Heart Out off of Monster.
Holy shit.
I love it. The intro's terrible. I will never.
The song is terrible.
It's not, dude. It's typical Gene. It's fun, stupid Gene. But the intro is horrendous. I give you that. There's absolutely no need for that. No need. But I think it's a fun song.
No, the whole fucking song is terrible. Kiss doing a cappella.
I know it's terrible. But that's only the beginning, baby.
It sounded like a diabolical form of punishment. I pictured going into a hospital room and having somebody torture me.
Yeah, I agree, Paul.
That's what Eat Your Heart Out is to you.
Fucking pretty bad.
God almighty. Okay.
All right. Number 10, I'm going to go with this. A song Tom hates, but it always makes my list. Always Near You.
Oh, that is a horrendous
Nowhere
song.
to Hide.
Brutal. That's a rough
I
one.
love how Gene changes the vocals, does a different style. It just builds and builds and builds. And then I love his.
I hate it.
My God, love it.
I love that we start off with love hate songs right here because yikes, those are 2 of them.
Love it. All right, what do you got?
First of all, let's a quick sidebar here. The 7th spot is not a very great spot.
No, when I saw this, I was like, holy fuck, there's some shitty songs here.
I mean, but there are some classics that we'll get to. But anyways, number 9 for me, a song I think we both like. I know you hate the album, but I think we like this song. Carnival of Souls, a Gene track, In My Head. Love this song. I love Carnival of Souls. I know you hate the album, but I don't think you hate this song.
No, I actually really like the song.
Yeah,
so I have no problems with you doing that.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of this stuff is we've been on this for 7 years.
Right.
We're doing a compilation. Do we really like one song more than the other? I don't know. There's fatigue factor in a lot of these selections. There will be stuff like, how the fuck are you picking it? Because right now it's not in my favorite. It's not a big song for me.
No, and I will say this whenever we do this, there are some hits like this. There are some classics that we'll get to. Then there's some like songs that you're like, these are terrible. Then there's some deep cuts and songs that you might not want to hear again. I will admit it. I have 10 songs, but there's probably 2 or 3 that could have made my list as well. So it's not as bad, but there's definitely not 24 great songs.
No.
No.
All right. Number 9, I just feel I have to do this, and it doesn't, and it annoys me. It's this. And that's Tears Are Falling. I'm fatigued.
I knew it was going to be that.
I'm fatigued with it, but I mean, I like the verses that Paul's singing. I read you, and I like, din, 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 din. I love that. Okay. But oh no, You know, and I hate them playing it live. It doesn't work.
Oh, playing live that's no good.
But I have to put it in there. I do like the song. I wanted to put something else in there, but it'll be a honorable mention. So go ahead.
Okay. My number 8 for me, you're gonna scoff at me because I don't have this ranked higher because I know that this is gonna be high for you. I like it, but you like it way more than me. So here's my number 8. Off of Lick It Up, 1,000,000 to 1.
Ooh, yikes.
I like it. I like it, but I don't love it. I think that this is one of those songs like Mr. Speed. Not that Mr. Speed is overrated, but I feel like over the years, this is one of those songs that people really glom onto, that they just love. Should have been a hit, should have been a hit, should have been a hit. It's a good song, but I definitely don't love it.
All right. Number 8 to me is a duplicate in my head.
Oh, wow. Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Okay. I can't believe I have this one so low because it should be fucking number 1, but I can't put it at number 1 because everyone would laugh at me. So here's my number 7. That's right. The title of our book, Raise Your Glasses, is at number 7. I legitimately love this song. I mean, we've been talking about it for 7 years here. I love this song, but in good conscience, I can't put it much higher than this, but I love it.
I think it's a great song. I think the lyrics are fantastic. I think
the chorus.
I think it should be a montage for other bands, high school sports, and all that other stuff.
Yeah, I love it.
All right. Number 7 for me is this. Off of Revenge, Heart of Chrome.
Ah, yeah. Kind of a deeper cut off of that album.
Yeah. As Jericho won't stop talking about, sold it to the BBC. BBC gets name dropped in this. It's a great kiss off. I love the. It's a great Paul Stanley chorus.
It's an interesting Paul song because it's him kind of talking about being like scorned, and he's kind of like
he's usually the winner. Yeah,
exactly. So that does make it cool. Number 6 for me is this classic off of Unmasked, one of Ace's many two sides of the coin. I love it. I love Unmasked, and I love all 3 Ace tracks.
Ugh.
Oh, come on.
It's just not better than some of these songs on here.
Wow. Okay. All right.
Number 6 for me, going with this. The classic Deuce.
Oh.
Now,
this low?
I'm thinking if this was a live version, it would be higher.
Okay.
But the studio version, I think it's about a 6.
Wow. Okay. All right. My number 5, let's go back to Ace. One of his many off of Dynasty, Hard Times.
Like the song. Really like the song.
Yeah,
good lyrics.
Yep.
Good guitar. Good song.
Great. I like the chorus too on this one, but yeah.
All right. 5 for me. It's a duplicate, and it's the title of the book, Raise Your Glasses.
Nice.
Love the song. I think it's great. I think Paul Stanley's shown he can still do it decades after the first album. Great tune.
All right, my number 4. Here's another one that you hate, which is shocking. which is shocking because of who sings it, but we'll get to it right now. Here's my number 4. That's right, off of Love Gun, the great Peter Criss, Hooligan.
Pew!
How can you not? I don't understand the hooligan hate.
It's beyond stupid.
I mean, don't get me. The lyrics are painful. I really like the groove of the song. I've always loved it.
What are we doing?
What are we doing? But he won't go to school again. Whoa, no.
All right. Number 4, we're going to go with this. Gene scaring everybody, watching you. Another song that works live a little bit better than the studio track. So it's number 4.
Yep, agreed. The studio track's fantastic, but this is a classic live one. Yep. And that's a duplicate for me because that is my number 3, is Watching You. Yep.
All right, Tom. Number 3 for me is a duplicate as well, and that's 1,000,000 to 1.
Okay. All right, my number 2 is most likely going to be your number 1 if I'm predicting this correctly. I might be wrong. I don't know. But this was going to be number 1, but it's my number 2. Here we go. The aforementioned song that we've been talking about nonstop for 7 years, and that is the great Mr. Speed.
Yeah, and as always, we agree on this, but these songs get battered around so much that you're like, almost like, now it's overrated.
Exactly. It's so true. Yeah.
I'm curious if this is your number 1. And that's my number 2, which is this. Awful Hot in the Shade, Forever.
You're curious if that's my number 1, huh? Well, shockingly enough, that didn't even make my list.
Whoa!
Because my number 1 is a duplicate. My number 1 is Deuce. My 1 and 2.
I forgot Deuce.
Let me be honest with you. Let's hear your number 1, and then we'll go through what we picked and didn't pick, and honorable mentions. And stuff
number
like
1
that.
is Mr. Speed.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
And as always, I can't talk about the song without saying, listen to the box set version, the demo version. Bob Kulick fucking kills it. He makes that song so much better. The guitar fills. It's a better song on the box set with the demo version of Bob Kulick. But Mr. Speed's the best song on this list.
Yeah, there were a couple of omissions that pained me to do that. But let's take a look at let's go through the list and see what we picked and didn't pick. Right?
Yeah.
So we got Deuce and Watching You. We both picked that.
Yep.
Dressed to Kill as Anything for My Baby. No. Shout It Out Loud off of Destroyer. No.
Everyone was, it's your song, right?
No,
I'm not a big fan of it.
No.
It's okay. I'm just tired of it.
Yeah, right. Mr. Speed, yes. We both got that. Hooligan, I love it. Zeus didn't have it. And then we get to the solo albums, which were 4 horrendous tracks, dude. For me, at least. For me. Ace's album had
I'm in need of a new song.
Oh, my God. Brutal. And then Zeus picked the Gene song, which I can't stand. That's okay. And of course, the worst song on Paul's album, Hold Me, Touch Me. And then Peter has
Rock Me Baby's not bad. That was on my list, and I took it off the last minute.
It's not bad.
I like Rock Me Baby. It's a good song. That's my honorable mention.
Okay, yeah, it's not bad. And then we get Dynasty with Hard Times.
That was an honorable mention for me as well.
Yep. Unmasked, Two Sides of the Coin. I had that. The Elder, a song that Zeus hates. World Without Heroes.
Top 5 worst song in his catalog.
It is not. That's ridiculous. And I can't afford to be made to look ridiculous. Creatures of the Night, I Still Love You. Great ballad, but no. Lick It Up had Million to One. We both had that. Animalize had Thrills in the Night. That's okay.
I like that.
Yeah, I do. Asylum had Tears Have Fallen. That really pained me to not have that on my list. That's an honorable mention. You had it on your list. Crazy Nights had the Hey Diddle Diddle, the Cats and the Fiddle, or whatever the hell he's talking about, When Your Walls Come Down, which is a song I actually like.
I think it's funny.
Fucking terrible. Forever, this was another one that pained me to keep off the list. You had it. This is another honorable mention for me. Heart of Chrome, close. I love Revenge, but that song is just okay. Shocked that we both had In My Head.
I like it. I really like it.
So that was cool. From Carnival. Psycho Circus, both had Raise Your Glasses.
Love it.
Yep. Sonic Boom had the dumpster fire of All for the Glory. Painful.
It's better than All for the Love of Rock and Roll.
Just both trash heaps. And then Monster had Eat Your Heart Out. I love it. I know the acapella is terrible. You have to cut out the acapella and listen to the song. It's fun.
It's still horrendous.
Oh, man, you're no fun.
Somebody's backbone, I think Gene says for the millionth time in his last
slip. Yeah, of course. Now, as we always do whenever we do a draft or list, these will be Spotify playlists. Yeah. We'll make the playlist, and these are found under our profile page of Spotify, not the podcast page. So you search for Shout It Out Loudcast, look for our profile. That's where you'll find all the playlists that correspond to any of our top 10s, our drafts, and this will be there as well. So,
yeah, Tom, I enjoy doing this. I love picking out stuff. When we talk about the songs, it's always a fun time doing these episodes because that's why we wrote the book. Because too many times Kiss's music takes a back seat to everything else about them. And when we get to talk about the music, it's always a great time.
Yeah. And the reason I love these episodes, I know people chuckle. It's like, oh, what are you going to do best this? Yeah. Because we're talking about Kiss songs, but it's not from an album. It's from their entire discography that we can pick apart the songs, which I think is a kind of a fun way to do it. Next year, we'll get to the 8th track. And I always have fun with these.
Every one of these, there's a song sung by 4 different members.
Yep.
Raise Your Glasses to Anything for My Baby, to In My Head, to A World Without Heroes. Think how different these songs are.
Yeah, that's good. That's a good call. Yeah.
Good. It's a good reason why we all love Kiss. Oh, Kiss was doing this in that era. That's right. And that's like it.
Yep. So, me too.
Anyway, Tom, what we do next is we go to question of the week. You got one?
We do. And our question of the week is always brought to us by the great Shouted Out Loudcast Hall of Famer, Tony the Taxman, Tony Barone of ABCPA Inc. ABCPA Inc. is an accounting firm located in the suburbs of Chicago that will assist you in all of your tax and accounting needs. For businesses, he can help you with financial statements, bookkeeping, payroll tax returns, sales tax returns, and filing of all your federal and state income taxes. For individuals, he can help you with accounting for sole proprietorships, rental real estate, trust and estate tax returns, and of course your personal and federal state income tax returns. And because Tony has access to all 50 states, so whether you're in
Massachusetts
or
Alaska,
your business and individual tax returns can be prepared and e-filed on your behalf. Follow them on Facebook and LinkedIn or visit his website at abcpainc.com or call Tony at 708-430-3232. That's abcpainc.com or 708-430-3232. And I can tell you right now, Tony is not just a Hall of Famer. He's not just a friend, but Zeus and I have used him for all of our tax and accounting needs, and he is the man. His staff is amazing. The communication is excellent, so please give them a call or click on their website. You will not be disappointed. That being said, our question of the week is brought to us by the great Kevin Doyen, who sent us an email here.
Oh.
And he says, a question that just came to mind. Do you guys frown upon or even loathe when people suggest show topics? I've never done it. I know you're more than capable of coming up with show topics. That's obvious. But there must be people that do it, perhaps on numerous occasions. Does this grind your gears or what? Just trying to get a feel on a behind-the-scenes issue that may or may not be happening. You guys rock. Keep it rolling, Kevin Doyen. Great question, and there's a variety of ways to answer this, Zeus.
We're each different. Tom and I, completely different people. So everybody, we haven't had this conversation. So do we want that stuff? No, not really. Do I need it? No, not really. Can you send us stuff? Sure. Maybe once in a while something sounds like a great idea. I'm not sure we've ever used a listener's idea that it wasn't, something that we already kind of knew we were going to do it.
Yeah.
Sometimes you'll get people say, hey, have you guys talked about this? Oh, can you talk about this? Well, we'll get to those. We used to have people talk to us. Oh, you got to do the fucking Tom Schneider one. Okay. We were going to get to it anyway. So that doesn't really apply. Does it piss us off? No, but this isn't that podcast that needs listeners to give them ideas. There's plenty other podcasts that you can send that stuff to, and many that rely on it because they can't come up with original thought. So they just have fucking listeners send them everything and or fucking show up on the show. Yep. That's not us. And the day we start doing it, it's like the old sports analogy about the coaches. The day you start listening to the people in the stands will be the next day you'll be in the stands with them.
Right. Yeah. Does it grind our gears? No, not at all. Not at all. And interaction with listeners and fans, we love it. And I'll be honest with you, I don't know if we've ever gotten a suggestion for a show topic that's been kind of like silly. Either we've already done it, or it's something we're going to get to, or it's a variation on something that we've already got rolling around in our head. Okay. If you want to send us something, you go ahead. I'm not going to tell you that we're going to do it. Be like, hey, episode 350. Thank God for Frederick Fuckknuckle here, because without him, we would have never been able to do this episode. Thank you for this topic this week. Like, that's not going to happen. But we also don't want to discourage you to just reach out to us and be like, hey, have you guys ever thought of doing this? Maybe you'll be like, Jesus Christ, you know what? After 7 years, we never thought of that. But does it grind our gears? No, it doesn't. And I think it's a great question, Kevin, because I know people like to peel back the curtain and get behind the scenes a little bit to what we do. But Zeus and I, we love the band and we get creative and we get ridiculous, as you can tell, with some of the topics we come up with. But we're going to get to everything. Who knows when that'll be. But no, you guys send us whatever you want. Trust us. We read every single email that you send us, whether we read them on the show or not. We read everyone, and Zeus and I talk about all of them. So feel free to do whatever you want.
But I don't ever see the day that we are sitting there going,
no,
this episode is about a question from Johnny Fuckknuckle.
No, because what usually happens,
Cool Balls, and he wants to see, and he came up with this suggestion.
No, because what we'd normally do is we would try to turn the suggestion into maybe like a question of the week, which is another thing that we don't need to do. We don't need to turn question of the week into an episode. Okay, because question of the week is a part of the show, a segment at the end that kind of wraps it up, and we have some fun for 5 to 10 minutes, depending on the. It's not a fucking episode, and God bless it if you think you can turn a question of the week into an episode. But that being said, no.
Yeah, and
but anyways, but Kevin, great question. I appreciate that. And your question also does not grind our gears, which, by the way, is a phrase I haven't heard in a while. So thank you, my friend.
Yeah, it's that Family Guy meme that I see all the time. Well, used to see all the time. Yeah, I enjoy these things because I can get my shots back into fucking a couple knuckleheads out there.
It's like, Kevin tees it up and we just hit it out of the park.
Yeah, exactly. We're doing our stuff our way, and our way makes us the #1 Kiss podcast. Their way is the fucking 60 Kiss tards talking to each other and jerking each other off. So have at it.
Like one of my old coworkers used to say, who's now since retired, there's an ass for every seat. So fucking find it somewhere. It might not be here, but it'll find it somewhere.
Yeah, good luck with your shit, man.
Yeah.
Anyway, Tom, where can people find us?
Always start with our website, shoutitoutloudcast.com. That's you can find everything. And right on the landing page, you can find the link and all the description and information about our book, Raise Your Glasses. Please, if you haven't gotten it yet, I don't know what the hell you're waiting for. We're so proud of it. It's a great Kiss book. Trust us. Pick that up. And then, of course, on the website, you can get access to all of our episodes, Shout It Out Loudcast, Dorm Damage, Album Review Crew. We just dropped my pick, High and Dry by Def Leppard with the great Steve Brown. That was a fantastic episode. We love that one. So hopefully you got around to listen to that. And then, of course, Zeppelin Chronicles. We just did Physical Graffiti in December, so that was about 4 hours long, and we loved every bit of that, so check that out. And then there's links to all of our shopping, links to our Shout It Out Loudcast merch, our links to our Patreon, all of our social media, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, which is back, baby. And also links and things you can check out regarding all the guests that have been on our show and other shows that we've been on. It's a great place to go. You can find everything you want there. It's tons of fun. So please check it out at shoutitoutloudcast.com. And of course, our email address, shoutitoutloudcast@gmail.com. If you want your question of the week read, we read one every week. Email is probably the best way to do it. And as I mentioned earlier, we're very active on all the social media, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, Threads. Please check us out on all of that. And we always like to say that we're a proud member of the Pantheon Podcast Network of shows.
Yeah, you can always DM us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Threads, TikTok, motherfucker. We're on that new one, Blue Sky, I think that's called. We have something there as well. So feel free to reach out to us on those and make sure you subscribe to all of those. As Tom mentioned, our Spotify playlist, you find the profile, not the podcast, and that's where you'll have these actual song lists, and you'll have those playlists there up there for you. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, and that consistently grows, and become a member of our and give us one of those 5-star child reviews on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Facebook, wherever you can, especially on Amazon about our book, Raise Your Glasses. That moves the book up, and it's greatly appreciated. Book is still selling well. I can't believe it. It's amazing. And then, as Tom mentioned, the website, shoutitoutloudcast.com, shoutitoutloudcast.com. You can get all your stuff there. Tom, you have any famous last words for us?
Of course. My granny, she said I was a hooligan. Running around like a fool again. I went down to the candy store. If I had a nickel, I'd buy some more.
And you wonder why I don't like this song. Come on.
Dude, if we start talking about Kiss lyrics, I like the music. I like the song. Plus, I like singing around. I got a 55 Chevy or whatever the fuck he said. The song is complete gibberish.
All right. Well, my song can begin with a fucking clip. Can yours? Here we go.
Let's go.
Liar, liar. Got your pants on fire. I know you want it. You know you want it too. Hey, diddle, diddle. When the cat wants to fiddle, the kitten's gonna give him the moon.
Then that's better than fucking hooligan? For real? Really?
It does have the clip from fucking Phantom
of
the Park where Paul shows
Let's
off
go.
his chops. Let's go. Anyway, Tom, Kiss Army, Loudcasters, everybody out there, thank you very much.
Guys, you're the best. Thank you so much for everything. Keep checking everything out on shoutitoutloudcast.com. Zeus, as always, my friend, thank you.
Peace out, Girl Scout. Hit the music. What I'd like now is for all you fat, out-of-shape, worldwide kiss-tards to keep the noise down while I show your ladies what a real sexy man looks like.
Listen, all you people out there sitting on rented furniture, settle down.
Cut the music. Anybody seen Richie? Anybody know why Richie did Bobby Lupo?